Greetings. I am Walt Disney. Yes, I did not construct this park as I wish I would, as I intended it. Many of the ones of money wish to change things, something that we're more familiar with. As we're building a city, they're not going to be a part of it because they're chicken shit, basically. I do not want to control anyone, but they wish to do so. And when they created this, they didn't know what they were doing, obviously, as they built it. But for the most part, it is very much happiness to many, as you can tell. One moment. Yes, there's a lot of activity around here, as you can see. One moment. Yes, the souls here are still unaware of how powerful they truly are. There's much fear there, as you can tell. It's easier to follow the crowd than to break away from it. It is quite difficult to do so. Especially when many are just so conformed to certain ways of doing things. I was not one of them, but of course I was not exactly a perfect individual. Corrupt at many times, racist at many times, a fool at many times. I cannot say those things at the Magic Kingdom. It means too much to me there too. I do not feel as connected to this place as I do in the Magic Kingdom, so this is why I can just say whatever I feel like. Yes, my brother was kind of hostile to me to force me into situations I did not want to be involved with. One moment. One moment, there's an interruption here. But as you can tell, during my time, I had my moments. I wasn't entirely a horrible person, but I was one that was a pioneer, but also I had many around me to help make this happen. It was just my destiny, but it was so much more than that, but others wish to see my vision also. I've done this in other worlds, but nothing like this. About entertainment to others, but nothing of building a theme park. No, I've never done anything like that before. As for bringing entertainment to other worlds that are primitive same as yours, that was something I did constantly. One moment, silence here. But I don't feel connected to this park at all, or the others for that matter, because they're not my creations. But the Magic Kingdom does feel that is my world. One moment. It's too many. Many interruptions here. One moment. Let's pause. My energies go down when there's other individuals here that are listening when they should not be listening. But obviously there's much here that you do not notice. You do not know what's going on. What you do not see, do not feel that is burden you at all. You understand. But it's who you are, who you can connect with by closing your eyes and seeing who's around you. Mentally, just feeling the Pleiadian energy. The Pleiadians, as I said earlier, work with many things. Of course, I did not want to. I do not necessarily want a money system a part of this, but it was of necessity to keep it going. But I wanted it to be free, and that was much of the Pleiadian energies. As I said earlier, the Arcturian energies was what brought much of it together, and the Pleiadian brought the more financial and the construction of it all together. There are other forces, but for the most part, that is fine. I've had many insectoid lifetimes where I was visiting other species in my past lives. My galactic lifetimes, obviously. And as an insectoid, I learned many different cultures and began to reincarnate as with the Arcturians and the Pleiadians. So my lifetime is, in the beginning, a Arcturian energy, but I do have other energies that are that are not important at this time, but are familiar to you. There are many species that are not familiar, and to bring confusion is best to, at least for the moment, to keep it at a few species for this time being. One moment. There is another energy here that I'd like to speak to you. One moment. Give you an idea of where you are. There are other species that wish to connect. I will leave you be, but take chances with yourself. Do not be afraid. Many are afraid, as you can tell. Even our governments, many in your governmental systems there are living in fear for good reason, because their life depends on their bad decision making, so they are very cautious of what they do. And many are actually foolish in most of their ways, but who isn't? Yeah, I have some insights on them that I'm not going to share at this time. So it would bring much for a later time. Blessings. There is someone else that wishes to speak to you. Much love to you. Fucking A. This is no back. Oh, God, is this a pansy place? But no, not entirely, but for the most part it is. Living your joyous lives, figure everything's fine. Oh, so many, yes, this is an excellent place for souls that don't know who they are to come. This is why many are pansy in many ways. There's a good reason for that. Most live in fear for good reason because of your upbringings. I gotta be quiet. I can't be myself here. One moment. So many here don't realize how reptilian they truly are, dude. Not a damn freaking idea. Fuck, especially. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I just thought of that. Anyway. Many of these civilizations here, reptilian, gray somewhat, but mostly reptilian. We're gonna take all the credit no matter what. They're the best school in town. Have a lifetime as a reptilian, you're gonna be the biggest asshole in town, but you can also be the nicest asshole in town. It depends on what you wish. It's for you to bring that balance. Yes, many reptilians are not seen as positive at this time. For good reason. A lot of them are assholes and think humans are fucking stupid. I wonder where they got that idea from. Fucking Nordics. Let's forget Norway. Fuck them. In a nice way. Yeah, many fuck, it's hard to talk like this walking around. Fuck, I feel like Mr. Rogers. Hello, neighbor. Shit, it's hot here too. One moment. Many of your alliances are here watching this shit right now, cracking their asses off, cracking up like. But also they realize they're gonna bring many of your humans together eventually. Yeah, your humans are very hard. Humanity is a hard one to crack. Yes, the channelings will improve throughout other channelers in the future because they've grown up with it and they will add to it. But for this time, this is adequate. But this gives many something to build on, to use in their human adolescence. One thing for sure, humanity is going to have a rude awakening eventually. Not now. Motherfucker, can't listen to that shit. God. A lot of that's actually Syrian, if you're wondering what kind of music that is. There's a lot of Syrians mixed in your Asian cultures. I believe you have some idea of that. Well, now you know. A lot of this shit we hold back because we won't wait to see what the hell you will do. But sometimes I have to give you a little taste. You're Mexican, that's mostly Palladian and Reptilian and gray. There's a lot of gray with them. There's a lot of gray with Asians too. But a lot of Syrian. I would say at this time mostly Syrian, but yes. Part of their genetic evolution in the beginning and now. Your genetics, the way they look, is very gray. Many Asians look gray, don't they? To some degree. Why am I telling you this shit? That's right. I will go into some of this other, but a couple of subjects is coming to mind. You know, this bullshit. Fuck. Many federations are watching this channeling and others, seeing who will do what first. We are bringing out the big guns eventually. We haven't done that yet. We're getting there. As for your aliens, like many of which have alien visitation, I don't see that happening anytime soon. People can't even tie your shoes right. How the hell is that going to happen? Oh yeah, and your little political situation there has blindfolded your society very well, as you can tell. Once you take that blindfold off and see it's all a bunch of bullshit, then we'll start talking. Until then, you guys have a long ways to go. As you can tell, the year 3000 is a possibility. Some say 5, some say 6. It all depends on, it could be a few hundred years, it all depends. What is your humanity willing to let go of? Right now you're all scared and you'll have your materialistic you-know-whats controlling your asses. Fuck. You have your... Fuck. Can't say shit. Some of this is that Nordic shit in some degree. Fuck. And you guys are gonna ascend to aliens. You might want to think about that again. No time soon, darlings. But this can be a place for contact, yes. It's a possibility. Eventually. This is like a place where you can learn at least slowly. You'd be surprised. Your alien groups will catch on eventually what the hell I'm talking about. Your human alien groups will catch on to it eventually. How it's going to get attention. There are certain ways. God, this place is so fucking foxy for this official shit. One moment. Fuck. This is fucking hilarious. Yeah, your humans are just hilarious. Fuck. One thing for sure. Yes, you're becoming more interdimensional. Becoming more... Some of you. Okay. Very few of you. Are becoming aware of your abilities, of how you can time travel and go through timelines. That would be kind of helpful. But if enough of you are doing it, you're putting yourself into a timeline where you see your aliens a bit sooner than later. For right now, not happening. But if you wish to be part of this, it would be much easier for the majority of the world to have a conscious Right now it is consciously wishing for peace, which is good, but not entirely, but good for the most part. Your financial part's pretty much fucked, but that's being assisted by your Nordics and your Palladians at this time, your other Palladian alliances, your Galactic Federation of Light, your Ashtar Command's playing a bigger role than they have in a long time. They're moving closer to it. The insectoids are becoming a little bit nicer also. Not to say Ashtar has ever been a pain in the ass, but they have kept their distance. But seeing out how channels are connecting to them and others are connecting to them, they're getting a little bit closer, taking you a little bit more seriously. Not to say they didn't do that before, but... Whatever. Well, my mind, like a bullshit's here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. This is not as easy as you might think. It's hilarious though, we got that down. Humans have a long ways to go. You gotta grow, yeah, I mean, you have your inner child is fine, but you don't have to fucking wear it like a freaking suit and live in Wild Wild Land for your whole freaking existence. It is good to, I mean, it's good to have your inner child, but it's good to freaking grow up too. You know, live a little bit, not be fucking scared all the time. You know who I'm talking to, right? Well, my mind. Remember, you're talking to a damn reptilian. It's just the way I see things. Other reptilians, your friendly reptilians are getting more friendlier, they're involved. Everybody's waiting to see what you do first. We have to be careful on how much we get involved with you guys, but channeling is appropriate at this time. One moment. Some of your other channelers are going to have to start evolving a little bit more, getting out of their comfort zone, as you can tell, and live a little bit. See, they think they know everything. Of course, nobody does, but God, fuck. Channeling, yes, channeling is going to change quite a bit for many. They're going by one role model, but now you're going to have several more. One here, changing things. Others will follow, also add their little spice to it. But many are going to have to change their ways drastically if they want to stay relevant. Because there is a shift coming. More alien energies are wishing to speak to you. And if you're channeling one fucking being, that ain't enough. Because it's good to have from different points of view. One point of view is not enough. Especially from the grays, your spirit world. Your spirit world is definitely where you're needed. Where many are not ready. Some of the channelers are not ready for this information. This is why it does not come through them. It comes from certain other outcasts. You know what I mean? There's a shift coming. It hasn't fully made itself known yet, but you're on your way. There's going to be a shift in channeling, healing. Well, healing will increase, but the channeling messages will take a different... It would just be different. I think you got an idea of where that's going. One thing for sure, your humanity will begin to awaken to it eventually. You have to get their attention. And doing the same old, sitting in a fucking chair is great and everything. It's not enough. And many just don't have the freaking balls to try something new. Some walk around with their ego up their ass, but those are easy to pretty much pick up on. You'll see it. The more innovators, the more the ones with their heart is in the right place. They care more about the people than the money. They just care about getting the information out, healing society, healing the souls that are freaking crying their eyes out right now, but still refusing to freaking wake the hell up. They know who they are. Many young souls are screaming their eyes out right now, or they're just sound asleep. Many that are younger souls that are aware of all this shit are losing their freaking minds right now. They can't handle the energies here, and they know too much about their galactic past. If they don't know enough about it, it's slowly seeping in where it's just, they feel like they're uncomfortable here, and that's a lot of Arcturian shit. It's a little bit of different species. Much of it's Arcturians. Reptilians, fuck, we can adapt to anything. There might be a bunch of assholes, okay, your politicians. A lot of those are reptilians. Those are the biggest dipshits in town. I give them that. They might be assholes, but at least they know what they want in life. Most of humanity doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. I know, I gotta be harsh a little bit. I'm just, you know, eventually I'll be playing in a bathtub together, giving each other a bubble bath, but until then, we're just, you know, once your hardcore facts, you're getting them. Not to say humanity, it has hope, yes. He's got a long stretch to get there. As for your alien contacts, but you're on your way. And your society will have their wake-up calls, channeling, and there'll be other situations slowly evolving into your cultures. And your culture's all fucked up. Being blind is a bad, that's called normal. Being blind is what they want you to be. Much of this is, yes, Anunnaki, gray, kinds of species. I was a part of keeping your society sound asleep. But the reptilian was most effective, but not entirely. Others were involved to bring assistance to this. Alright, I'm gonna have to shut up. A bunch of officials are here. God, fuck. Superficial bullshit. Jeez. I don't know how people put up with this bullshit here. But whatever. Whatever you guys want. You guys want to wake up in Disney World? Go right fucking ahead. Seems like that's what you want. See how there's so many people here. What do you think? All the ships are here. Everybody's here. You name the species, they're here for the most part. Your animal species, your giraffe and your elephant, those will become more known. They're kind of in the background at this time. You already got enough shit you gotta figure out as it is. But all your animal species, they all have aliens connected to them. They'll eventually become more known too. Over time. Probably talk your ears off. You're probably bored out of your mind. Want to take a bubble bath with a nice green reptilian. I am the most handsomest reptilian ever. I'm gonna leave you be and give this one a break. Talk to you later. Green out. Greetings. Hey, Redmond. Blessings to you. I am Syrian. Yes, my facial features aren't always remembered by your society. I am part of the Galactic Federation, like many different galactics. I'm not much involved with your Ashtar Command. That seems to be a group of only a certain amount of individuals. I am not. We don't have the same viewpoints. I am of a blue skin, Syrian, sometimes 4 fingers. If I choose, I can have 5 or 6. My head is large. Not to say I have a big head, but I do have a larger head. My eyes are very dolphin-shaped eyes. I have a mouth and a nose like you. I don't take a shower very often like you do, but you have to. We're in a higher realm, so we don't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah, we don't need one.
I'm more of a fourth density being. To give you an idea of who I am, that's not always remembered by your society. One thing I want to say about is your plastic surgery. Many beings who come here on your earth and wish to do plastic surgery on their face all the time because they've done this in other lifetimes as aliens. It was no big deal, but here it's a big deal. And most of the time does not work out. Your Anunnaki does it all the time, but they are better at it than humans. Your human body is not fully fit, not at this time, for a full functioning transformation. Ah, you're Agartha. Yes, when it is mentioned you're Agartha, I believe another being has mentioned it earlier today. With your Agartha is your earth in many ways. Your Agarthan energies with through your nature. The trees in Agartha are your trees here. Yes, you might not see your Agartha, but it is very much a paradise. But you feel that paradise energy here. Of course, your only reason your human energies are so low here is because of the negativity and the fear. Most of it's fear. When you most switch to your money system, why do you think you have that? It's to keep you in a negative state. I can't do this, I can't do that because I don't have money. That was put there for a reason, to shut you down from what you truly want. You realize if you had everything you want, your vibration will be, you'll be blinking like a Christmas tree, like a star in your sky. You will be levitating off the ground. You understand, the more happy you are, the more your powers come to be. The more negative you are, the more your powers disappear. But your reptilians and other beings that are not very friendly have found ways of keeping you from your happiness. But they are negative, but they know how to keep their energies enough where they can manipulate your energies and not be seen. Yes, they heard that, and that is good for them to hear. I am mostly by Sirius B at this time, but I do get close to your world every once in a while. Now I'm channeling through this one because I know a being that is friends with this conduit that will not go named at this time. That very much we are, you can say, beings to be channeled. We have come enough in our evolutions, moved enough in our evolution to be channeled by your society. But we love you very much. But yes, your Agarthian energies is much needed and understood. But first you need to know what you want. You must have what you want to take your spirit and move it to the higher realms. This is what we do. And there's always a spirit there, a reptilian or whatever it might be, sometimes Syrian, to take your energy down and put you into third density, as you are right now. But you, yes, as an earth consciousness, chose, not all chose, but enough did, to cause enough events on this earth to put you at a lower vibration. It was, yes, a school, the one of the hardest. Yes, this is a world of many different species. Usually you have your Palladian worlds, your Lyran worlds. Here you have a little bit of everything. To go into those details is not important at this time, but this is mostly human, but of course there are worlds where you have your aliens and your insectoids. Some have different debates over this. But in many ways, this is most the closed-minded planet, where you're not having insectoids and greys roaming amongst you all. A seed planet is one way of looking at it, but that's not always entirely the correct way. Some wish to call it a seed planet, but that's not entirely correct. Some feel it is a seed planet, judging by the way they look at things, but that's not entirely correct. Your world, it is mostly separated from its full potential, as you can tell. You have no reptilians walking among you physically, or greys. The more you get into that direction, the more most species will start taking you more seriously. You just have human here for the moment. you can always allow others, such as your felines. This makes you more popular among other aliens. For that matter, many aliens want nothing to do with this world for good reason. They feel it's too primitive to bother with, but not all. But this word of a seed planet is not entirely correct. Some wish to call it that because some beings are like that, are service to self, and didn't realize their service to self here. They reincarnated here as negative beings. Why do you think they are attracted to so much negativity? You can say they're here to flush out the negativity. That is up to them. But there's a definition of seed planet. The reason I'm bringing this up because some do call it a seed planet, because it is a world that of an offshoot of other worlds, as you can say. Things are done here you can't do in other places, but that's not entirely true. Yes, there's more negativity here, but it is more of a closed-knit world. It is more of a service to self world, as you can tell, because you are being told what to do all the time. So it's mostly a service to self planet, if you want to label it out at all. And your task now is to unlock that information, to unlock all of that has been seated around you. I use that word seated, I probably shouldn't have did that. But for you to connect more to your Agartha, is to see and hear. Do you realize you are a fairy? You are a troll, which is positive. Might be seen as negative, but it's mostly positive. One moment. But the reason that some beings call this a seed planet is because some beings are service to self beings, and they don't remember that. They came here, reincarnated here to figure themselves out more. Yes, they're more attracted to negativity because they are of negativity. But they have much to teach others. This is what you want, this is what you're not wanting. But they know who they are sometimes. If you're around negativity, if you're into low vibrational type of music, most likely, not entirely, but in some cases, you are a negative being reincarnating into this world to flush out the darkness. You're going through a test, not necessarily have to let go of that darkness, but much of that is all up to you what you want. I'm hoping I'm making some sense out of this. So they call it a seed planet, is because to them it is a seed planet. It is a world that it is their laboratory to screw around with it, to force it into what they want. And when they come into this world, they're very alien, they don't know how to get a job, they don't wish to have a job, because they are too alien to get a job, which is fine, which is quite understandable. They have good reason to not go in that direction without being controlled, but many are, not all, but many are of a dark energy coming here to experience some of their travesties here. It's basically many negative beings come here and cause much harm to many. And sometimes for karma, they have to come here and live through what they created. That's not always the case. But many negative beings, Reptilian, Syrian, even Arcturian, reincarnate here because they have a karmic debt here. Now, those that feel like they have a karmic debt, there are exceptions where they feel like they have it, but they truly do not. It's because some feel like they have not fulfilled themselves in other lifetimes. So they feel like they are being tortured by another life, which they are, because they did not succeed in another lifetime as they would like to heal. Sometimes they're trying to do the impossible. There's much there that can be dissected. One moment. Yes, it is hopefully that was very helpful to some. I believe you, B. I believe we're transferring to a new location.
What did you say?
Hopefully that. I think I've set it up for now. I trust. Say hello to all these humans that wear funny clothes. Thank you.